Hey everyone, I'm Deadhand, and it's time to get to know a little bit more about Deadhand. Everyone has a list of their favorite games. The ones that are nostalgic for them, the ones that have perfect mechanics, the ones that are so fun to play. Today I'm going to tell you guys 3 games that I do not like for 3 different reasons. First off, before we get started, I just want to say a shout out to my good friend Phantom at Phantom Photographics. He takes some sweet ass pictures of all the roller derby stuff that my girlfriend does. Now moving on. The first game I dislike is called VVVVVV, or V6, or some people just call it V. It's a difficult game, so I granted that. I'm not angry at difficult games. I like The Binding of Isaac, other difficult games that I can't think of right now. But that game, to me, the reason why it sucks is poor controls. Well, I played that game for quite a while, and I did some testing where I had my character all the way to the side of the wall, all the way on a wall, and then I would hold the right key or whatever it was for exactly 1 second, just to see where the guy stops. So I would hold it, release, 1 second. And I did it 8 times, and my character landed in 6 different places. So, to me, those controls are a little slippery, and I dislike them. My friend Steve, we used to call him Dr. Goof back in high school, because he was like 6'6", and he's like 140 pounds. Luckily, he's gotten fat now. He said that he was using I believe a 360 controller, or some kind of actual controller. And he said that the controls were fine for him, he had no problems, the game was great, and he enjoyed it. So that would be the first game that I dislike, V. And, again, I'll probably do a series on it soon, just because it's a very short game. I sucked at it, and I think I beat it in like 2 hours. So it's a pretty quick game if you know what you're doing, now that I kind of know what I'm doing. The second game I have a problem with is called Mafia. Now, don't get me wrong, Mafia is a really good game for the most part. It has fantastic music. It has music from like the, I think 30s and then 40s and 50s or something like that. It's a gangster style, open world kind of game with like, missions. But one of the main mechanics in the game is to shoot bad guys, or to shoot enemies, or gangsters, you have to have your gun out, right? Bang, pow. That's what you do. To have your gun out, you have to be crouching. So you have to hit control, or at least hold control. I can't remember if you can toggle it or not. And you have to crouch and slowly, let's see if I can, yeah, this is, and that's how you have to go across the map when you're having a shootout with some bad guys. Usually if you're firing your gun, bang, bang, pow, pow, you can walk, and no problem, you can jostle along, no problem. As soon as there's like a 3 or 4 second lull in the action, your character puts his gun away. So when you walk around a corner and there are 2 guys with Tommy guns, you have to hit the button, and then the guy goes. And then you have to hit it again before he starts shooting. Very annoying, and about 5 hours into the game, I decided, alright, screw it. If there are bad guys around, I'm crouching. I'm crouching the entire time. We're going to go slow as molasses, but we're always going to have our gun ready so that we can shoot people in the face. The third game I have a problem with is Splinter Cell Double Agent. Now this game, there are a couple reasons why I dislike this game. The first reason is that it was during a crossover in generations with consoles. So I believe the newer generation of consoles, like I think it was the PS3 at the time, and PCs had one version of the game, and then like the PS2 and the original Xbox had a different version of the game. The main reason I don't like that game is because it is effing broken. Broken beyond hell. So I heard on the forums, hey, this game's a little broken, maybe you don't play it. I thought, hey, Splinter Cell is the bee's knees. I love stealth games. I played the original. I played Chaos Theory. Chaos Theory was fantastic. One of the best stealth games I've ever played. Okay, let's give Double Agent a try. And you know what? It was really good. Up until about Mission 6. And then, I think it's Mission 6. You were on a boat. And I was walking through some like lawn chairs trying to get away from bad guys. Being all sneaky. Stealth game. And the game crashed. Boom. Gone. Crashed to the desktop. I was like, what is going on? Now I finally see what all these people are talking about. So, I restart the game. I get back in the mission. I get about another 2 minutes past where I was the last time. Boom. Crashed to desktop again. Okay. Alright, let's try this again. I want to beat the game. I have to beat the game. My OCD tells me that's what you got to do. Boot the game back up. Alright, finally. Boom. Got through that mission. Awesome. The next mission, boom, crashed the desktop again, like 4 or 5 times. Literally, the last half of the game, I think I had about 35 crashes to desktop. It was absurd. And at one point, there was also another part of the mission. In that game, there's like the mission part where you're actually killing people and doing stuff. And then there's the second mission part where you're part of the bad guys, hence the double agent. You're in the bad guy like headquarters and you're trying to get intel and sneak around and stuff. That part also had like a mission trigger that doesn't trigger for some reason. It's also broken in the game. So at one point I had to do the same like 45 seconds. Talk to this guy, walk to this door, and it wouldn't open. Okay, restart. Talk to this guy, walk to the door. Wouldn't open. Talk to the guy, walk to the door. Blah, 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 blah. Finally, the door opens, or whatever the hell the glitch was, and we can continue on. Just, it's a glitchy, broken mess. And if you like stealth games, the stealth is good. If you like games that work, don't play it, ever. So that's my little tirade about 3 games I don't like for 3 separate reasons. Like I said earlier, a few games that are just difficult. I understand they're difficult on purpose. You got to memorize patterns. That's not the reason I hate games. Some games have mechanics that seem a little wonky to me, but don't really ruin the gameplay. Those aren't that big of a deal. And some games have a crash once or twice. Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl had a couple crashes when I played it, but they were at like the last 2 hours of the game. It was like 1 or 2 crashes in one area, one base or whatever, and that was it. No more issues. So I can get past some of the little things like that, and I love video games. So I play most of the ones I can find, but those 3 do not put on your list. Actually, in my Steam, the Steam client where you can put folders, I have like, smaller games, bigger games for like, the graphically intense first-person shooter games. Games that I've Let's Played, my favorites that I think comes bundled with Steam. Like that folder's always there. And then I have a folder in mine called Dead to Me. In the Dead to Me category is VVVVV, the Splinter Cell, Double Agent, Mafia, and then I think a couple of the Fear games. Mainly because I just don't like horror games, and it was a chore to kind of get through. But, I mean, not a bad game. That's how the game was intended. I just didn't enjoy it. So if you guys want to, leave me some comments down below. What were the games you guys did not like and why? That's the important part. If you just say, oh, I didn't like Super Mario 3, and that's it, period, done, that doesn't tell us anything why you didn't like it. You're not a fan of platformers? Did it break on you? Did you think some of the mechanics were stupid? What was wrong with it? Also, leave me some comments down below. What do you guys want me to talk about next time? I was trying to do a getting to know Deadhand like once a month. That didn't turn out. I kind of forgot, and I started doing stuff on Twitch, and I just got really busy. But if you guys have some questions, especially the more questions you have, the more I'll be urgent when getting these videos out so that I can answer all you guys. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more from me. Deadhand. I play a lot of tower defense games, some roguelikes. I now play Spellweaver a lot on Twitch. And some other stuff. And then you can follow me on the Twitters at DeadhandLP. If you guys want to talk to me, you can ask me questions on there also. And just kind of get updates on what's going on with me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and peace out.